Guys, hi Paula.
Hi guys, Paola from Milan. I am Gabriel from Birmingham in the UK.
And I'm Emily from Cambridge in the UK. And we are both based in Rome at the Ponte Lungo School.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
if there's anyone else out there,
and
please tell us your name and where you're from.
As well as Paula. 6 p.m, that should be peak time. We should have lots of people, hopefully.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Well, we strength in numbers, I think befits that as well, doesn't it? We
Me, you and Paula. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to be looking at a lot of idioms today, guys. Guessing the meanings of expressions and practicing using new expressions and idioms. I do like idioms. It's a fun one.
Okay, good. Okay, so we're going to be, until some more students arrive, we're going to be quizzing Paula about all of this. So we have, these aren't exactly idioms, but this is examples of using the word number in different ways because it can have a different meaning depending on the context of the sentence. So number one, there were a number of people at the market today. What could be, so in this sense, what could be a synonym of the word number? How could we explain it with a synonym? Probably get loads of answers at once. We've got at least 6 people watching.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if Ilaria came back to see us like she said she would yesterday. Ilaria, yeah.
She did. She did. Preempted.
Yeah. Okay, Sergio, hi. Okay.
Sergio.
Exactly. So Ilaria says
yeah.
A huge quantity, and Paola a lot, absolutely. Fabiola, hi.
Fabiola.
Fabiola Mancona. I recognize that name. Maybe she's one of our students.
Yes. I recognize it because I tend to pronounce the name wrong. Yeah. I think it's Fabiola, isn't it? I think.
No, Fabiola.
I think it's because I said
on the O.
I think it's Fabiola. I honestly do, because I thought at first, unless I'm going stir crazy, please.
Fabiola is
it Fabiola or is it?
Oh no!
It's Fabiola. See. So I went first time with what seemed like the obvious one, but it's Fabiola, and that's how I remember you.
I've been living in Italy. Fabiola. Fabiola. Okay. Good. So that was number one. A lot of people at the market.
Number two, she wore a little black number to the party. What does number mean in this sense? What's a synonym for number? Sorry, Fabiola. I think I'm being correct a little bit more.
No, you have the correct pronunciation Paola's written. I think I'm being correct.
I'm not very good. No, but my eyes aren't they're not enough. Dress. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, and Sergio.
Black dress. Yeah, Sergio, great, yeah. Number three, for his last number, he sang a beautiful ballad. So we want another synonym for this one. Okay. So not quite. I think Paula and Ilaria are thinking of the same thing. It's not the whole show or the whole performance. It's actually song. So it's just the one song. For his last song, he sang a beautiful ballad. Yeah.
Number 4. Could you order these pages and then number them?
So in this case, we have a verb.
Yeah.
Number is a verb. That's a really good guess, Fabiola, but not quite. I think Ilaria.
Yeah, I think Ilaria is probably close. Sign with a number, as in to put numbers on them, really. Yeah, sign with a number, I think.
Yeah, maybe assign with a number is what she means. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. Put numbers on them, write numbers down. Yeah.
Put them in the right order and then write the number. Yeah. Okay. Number 5, she died yesterday. I guess her number was up. So in this case, for number 5, this is actually an idiom. Her number was up. It doesn't just mean number as a word, but the phrase for your number to be up has a meaning. Well, it's kind of, the meaning is given in the example, isn't it?
Yeah. It does give you a clue.
I'm not sure we really need to wait for a description of number 5 because it's written in the sentence. Yeah, Ilaria, exactly. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. It was her time. Yeah. Time was up. Yeah. Nice.
Okay.
So looking at lucky numbers here, a little bit more extensive of a look into numbers. Which numbers are considered lucky or unlucky in your country? I suppose we can go through a few of these at a time as well. Which numbers do you know off by heart? Off by heart? Is that the same in Italian? Do we know what off by heart means? To memory.
Yeah.
That you have these numbers in your memory without looking. Yeah. For example, telephone, bank codes, license plates. And then what is your lucky number? Why is it lucky for you? Do you have a lucky number, Emily?
No, I don't think I have a lucky number. No. Oh, we've got, okay. 17.
17.
Is unlucky. 17 is unlucky in Italy. And 13 is the lucky number.
13 is a lucky number.
That's interesting.
I quite like 13 because in the UK it's such an unlucky number. I think I like that number for that reason in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a very unlucky number in the UK. They don't have I don't know if this translates to anywhere else, but they don't have hotel rooms. A lot of hotels don't have the number a number 13 room.
Is that actually true?
Yeah, some hotels don't have 13.
Oh wow.
Room 13s. I've been to a couple of hotels that don't have room 13.
Huh, I didn't know. And also, I
don't know if it's a little bit. I don't know if it's a little bit old, is what I was going to say. Maybe it's something that's going out of fashion. But some some hotels definitely don't have the number 13.
Yeah. I didn't realize that in Italy, 13 is lucky. Because it's so strange. In the UK, it's the most unlucky number. But in Italy, it's lucky. It's the funny thing about prime numbers, 13 and 17. Two prime numbers. We don't like prime numbers for some reason. Because 7 is associated with good or bad luck in some way as well. And 7 is another prime number. Gabe, which numbers do you know off by heart?
3 and 52.
Is that lucky? 3.
No, but it's 3 is, in terms of triads and things, is a very important number, isn't it? In terms of it's I think it's lucky as well to some degree too. What were you asking me?
Do you know any numbers off by heart?
Yeah, like my phone numbers.
Yeah.
Phone numbers. I mean, not really beyond that. It's not a fantastic question, I don't think.
No, it's not a very interesting question.
It's a stupid question.
Okay, let's look at, we've got a couple of things. So to know of, I think this is probably something Gabe
this is something what?
This is probably something you said because you use weird.
No, I think it's no off in this context.
Oh
no, it's not no off, Fabiola. It's no off by heart is the phrase. Off by heart means by memory, without looking at things. So it's not to know off, it's to know, and then off by heart is the separate phrase.
Yeah. Fabiola's lucky number is 4 because it's her birthday. Yeah.
The birthday.
That makes sense. And for Paula's sentence, I haven't a lucky number. I'm not superstitious. On the 17th, Friday, 1999, I received my driver's license. Yeah. Cool. So, Paula, to say I haven't a lucky number, this is a slightly archaic phrase. Usually with the verb have, we use the auxiliary. I don't have a lucky number. To say I haven't a lucky number, it's quite old-fashioned. So if you read a book from 200 years ago, you can see it written like this. But in modern English, we would say I don't have a lucky number, or I haven't got a lucky number. But otherwise, good.
Marius,
just can't be covered.
22 is my lucky number because it's the day of my birthday, of my mum's birthday. We were born on the same day and same month. My house number and my grandma's house number. I think it's special. Yeah, that is coincidence. That is more than coincidence, perhaps.
Have I spelled license right when it appears?
What did you do with an S? You could. I think you can use them interchangeably, can't you?
Okay.
I would put C for a noun, but I think it's acceptable to do both, isn't it?
Okay, cool. Okay, good. Let's go ahead because this is not the most interesting.
Let's move on. No.
Although that's interesting about Hilario's family with the number 22. Okay, this is just an expression, description of idioms. An idiom is an expression that means something other than the literal meanings of its individual words. Many English idioms involve numbers or phrases. For example, they are on cloud 9. What does this phrase mean to you? And do you know any other number idioms in English? So, Sergio, I know my telephone number.
My telephone number. Essential services number, like police number, hospital number, fireman number. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Minor correction in that, Sergio. I would just say that I would keep the direct object next to I know here. So I would probably say I know my telephone number and my parents' numbers off by heart.
Yeah.
Just because it sounds even better just to keep the verb and the direct object next to each other in English. Yeah, great, really good stuff there.
Yeah. While we're waiting for some responses, and also we're looking at the phrase off by heart, I just wanted to point out that it's not only for numbers. Any long thing that you know by memory, we could say you know off by heart. So maybe there's a poem that you know off by heart, or the dialogue to a film that you know off by heart. If you've seen a film loads of times. And Ilaria, that's absolutely correct.
Cloud nine. They are very happy. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Any other number idioms in English that you guys know? I think this is always a difficult question to answer. I always have trouble thinking of examples. I can think of one because it's basically the same as being on cloud nine. I'll try and think of some examples as well.
Stitching time saves 9. Is that?
Yeah,
I know a 9 one.
Don't tell them that's one that's coming up.
Is it?
I think so.
It's not on the next slide.
Oh. Maybe I imagined it.
I don't think that one is coming up. Maybe it's coming up at the end.
Ah, you could share it then.
I've thought of one they haven't thought of.
Well done, you. I'm sure the one they've got.
So yeah, if you know any other number idioms, guys, I wonder if there are some that are translatable as well.
Okay, well, shall we go forward? Well, maybe they're writing something.
Let's push on. This is quite tricky.
Yeah. Ooh. I didn't get any of those.
So match the idioms to the definitions. So on the right column, we have rarely, all over the world, solve 2 problems at once, start over, in a state of confusion, cheap and common.
Okay, so Valeria and Fabiola, they've each said one that I've got as well. 7th heaven. And for Fabiola, we would say, I'm in 7th heaven. Great. And the meaning is like to be on cloud 9. It means you're really happy. I think 7th heaven maybe exists in Italian as well, because it comes from Dante, I think.
That would make sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah. The 7 circles of hell, and then there's the same thing in heaven. But I might have imagined that. But anyway, guys, so...
but they're not. There are more circles in hell than that. I thought there were.
I think it's 7.
Are there not 9 circles in hell?
Oh, I don't know.
I can't remember. I thought there were 9 circles. I don't know, guys. Guys, you're gonna have to help. You're gonna have to help us with that.
Okay,
but it is from Valeria says, yeah. It is the one. Okay, and Sergio has given us 1B. Yeah. Okay. So 4 corners of the earth is all over the world. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you read the red out, Gabe? I didn't know.
I read the red on the right. Yeah.
Cool. Number 2 at 6s and 7s. So we would say to be at 6s and 7s. This describes my usual condition. To E, perfect. Good, Paula, yeah.
Yeah. I can read out the list again for you, Fabiola, if you don't have your glasses, I don't know. So we have on the right left, we have rarely,
On the
solve
right.
2 problems.
Oh, I see remaining.
What?
You said on the right left.
Yes. So on the column on the right, we have rarely, solve 2 problems at once, start over, and cheap and common. And we are looking at the idiom once in a blue moon. So rarely, solve 2 problems at once, start over, or cheap and common.
So which one means once
in a blue moon?
And everyone says 3A, which is good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Once in a blue moon means rarely. Very rarely.
Yeah. Do you go to art galleries very often, Emily? You don't have to answer it truthfully. Sorry.
I go to art galleries once in a blue moon.
Yeah, rarely.
But actually, I go quite often.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I get it.
So we have a dime a dozen. So the options are solve 2 problems at once, start over, or cheap and common.
Yeah. Number 4. Well, we've got a few answers already.
And yeah.
It's F.
Cheap and common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teachers like Gabriel are a dime a dozen. I'm kidding. It's not true.
Touche.
You find teachers like Gabriel once in a blue moon.
Back to square one.
Is to solve 2 problems at once or to start over. Valeria's got it. Yeah, cool.
And we have answers from Paola, Valeria. Yeah, good.
So back to square one is to start over, to start again from the beginning.
And finally, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. As people have given us, means to solve 2 problems at once, to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Yeah.
I love what Ilaria has written for the Italian equivalent of once in a blue moon. Once every time
every death of foul, every Pope's death. Once every Pope's death. Wow.
I'm going to start saying that in English, I think.
Once every Pope's death. That is superb.
Okay, so yeah, kill 2 birds with 1 stone, solve 2 problems at once. There's an Italian expression equivalent to this as well. It's something quite similar.
To kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah, it's like something to do with cooking, I think.
Guys, do you know that one? What is the Italian equivalent for kill 2 birds with 1 stone? Solving 2 problems at once.
Maybe it's not cooking. Maybe it's something similar. It's something to do with killing. I think it's catch. It's like catch 2 birds with 1 bean. Yeah, to take
with 1 bean.
With 1 bean.
Fantastic.
Okay. Okay, so now we need to put the idioms into the gaps, into the spaces. Oh no, it's not all the same. So maybe we should talk about the ones that we haven't seen yet. The options are second thoughts by the dozens. By the dozen, it should be. I think that's a mistake. By the dozen should be singular. On cloud nine, one too many, $1,000,000, 2 left feet, third time's the charm, dressed to the nines, and my personal favorite, 3 sheets to the wind. Actually, we haven't seen any of these before. Okay, so we don't need to talk about all of them. Let's do the first sentence and then we can talk about each one as we go. Yesterday, I went to my sister's wedding. Everyone was... Yeah. 2 pigeons with 1 bean. Yeah.
I feel like this one could be a few. I think I know which one it is, but
I think Ilaria's right, but I think my initial instinct was a different.
Was the mine too.
But on cloud nine. Oh damn! Oh, dressed to the nines. Yes. Yes. Okay. Ilaria, your idea is also grammatically correct, and also for the meaning, it makes a lot of sense as well. I thought that the answer was on cloud nine for this one.
Dressed to the nines just means dressed incredibly elegantly, very well, doesn't it? Effectively,
yeah.
Very, very smartly, very very well dressed.
Yeah, and Sergio and Paula got
just it. Yeah, excellent, guys.
So we need to be careful with number 2 because we've got this like. So I see what Paula means. That would make sense, but we can't say she looked like on cloud nine. We would just say my sister was on cloud nine. Number 1, dressed to the nines. Good, Valeria. That's
dressed to the nines.
Yeah, good. So it's not. It's not on cloud nine. Can you guys see another possibility? I think looked like actually makes part of the complete idiom. So what we've got written here is only half of the idiom, and we need to connect it to looked like. Do you agree? Because
I think you can feel. This
true.
way though as well, can't you?
Yeah.
It's often connected with looking. People often use this with respect to looking, but yes, Paula and Fabiola, exactly. To look $1,000,000.
Bucks are dollars. It's a slang word for dollars.
Yeah.
So to look like $1,000,000 or to feel like $1,000,000 means somebody appears or feels great, fantastic. She was the whole day. So after she was, what would make sense after she was?
Sergio and Ilaria have got it. Yeah.
She was on cloud.
She was on cloud nine. She was in ecstasy. She was super happy all day.
And Fabiola's got it too.
And Fabiola.
Do you want to do that?
I thought for sure she would have had about getting married.
Oh, yeah.
I thought for sure she would have had about getting married.
Yeah, Ilaria's got it.
Hmm.
Yeah, Valeria. Second thoughts. So to have second thoughts means that you have doubts. You make a decision, but then later you think again and you're not sure about it. After all, she'd already tied the knot twice, but she just smiled and said, mm-mm-mm. So to tie the knot means to get married. So she had already tied the knot twice, but she just smiled and said, yeah, great.
Yeah. Valeria and Ilaria, perfect. Yeah. Third time's the charm.
What does that mean then, Gabe? Third time's the charm.
I think it means effectively that's the one that kind of counts, or that's the kind of the one. I think it depends how you use it in a way.
I think it just means third time.
It's like third time lucky, almost third time lucky too.
Yeah.
We would also say third time lucky as well, but third time lucky kind of carries that sense of the third one is going to be the one that sticks or counts or something like that. You know, it's the
yeah.
It's the kind of lucky in that sense. So 3 years of the lucky number to some extent.
Yeah.
Like we were saying earlier, I think. By midnight, the dance floor was packed.
I see why to succeed on the third time. Yeah, that's good, Valeria. Yeah. So Paula has suggested one too many for the dance floor was packed. And I really understand why you would think that. It kind of makes sense. But one too many has quite a different meaning, actually. It refers to a very specific, not one too many people, it's one too many something else. We'll see in a minute. So it's not the one here.
I don't think this is a very good one.
No, I don't really like it either. Oh, Valeria's got it. Though.
Honesty. Yes. By the dozens.
Yeah. So a dozen is 12. So packed by the dozen, it just means lots and lots of people. Or it doesn't only refer to people. We could say, a
dozen of eggs is a common unit for 12 eggs. But that has been expanded idiom in a lot of things. So you could say he was eating, I don't know, he was eating handfuls of grapes by the dozen or something like that. That's probably a double amount, but he was eating, he was eating, what did you say?
I said Gabe was eating stripped almonds by the dozen.
Stripped almonds by the dozen, yeah. Just lots and lots of almonds in that sense.
Okay. Dozzina di. Cool.
Okay. It's the same. Nice.
I had a blast, even though I have. So we've got another idiom here. To have a blast means to have a great time, to have a lot of fun. So I had a blast, even though I have. So it's got to be the object of have. What is something here that you can have? I'm going to write down all of these new Italian expressions I'm learning.
I've got the one about the Pope down. I'm planning on using that. And I think, like you, I'm going to use it in English too.
Yeah. Then we had... Okay.
Two left feet. Two left feet. Exactly.
So to have.
So what does?
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask you. So what does two left feet mean?
To have two left feet means you are terrible at dancing. I think I have two left feet. It doesn't stop me dancing, but I am not a good dancer. Okay. The only... Oh no, it's your turn. It's your turn.
The only drawback of the evening was my brother, who had drinks. Who had blank drinks.
Who had one too many. Valeria's got it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. One too many drinks.
Yeah. And what's interesting about this expression is we don't actually need the word drinks. So you could just say, my brother had one too many. And we understand that you mean he had one too many drinks.
I think it's common, isn't it, with idiomatic expressions that you can clip. You can kind of cut things off of the end of them too, isn't it?
Yeah. So for
like you say when you say when in Rome, don't you? You don't say the entire expression. We don't say when in Rome do as the Romans do.
Yeah.
Go on, go with the two left feet again.
Yeah, yeah. So to have two left feet means to be bad at dancing. I'll write it out. To have two left feet. If you think of your right and left, if you have two of only the left foot, it means that you can't dance well. So to have two left feet means to be bad at dancing.
Mm-hmm.
And
then Valeria has given us the last one. Yeah, 3 sheets to the wind, meaning drunk, drunk, plastered, wasted. It's a good one. Pissed. And other such vulgar ways of describing being drunk.
Yeah. Very nice, guys.
Excellent.
Okay, so this is just some conversation to use these idioms. So to Gabe and to all of the students, please write to us to describe your experience. Have you ever had second thoughts about something? If you can think of an example.
Yeah, for example, I had second thoughts about moving here, for instance, you know.
Yeah.
You needed to reevaluate your decision in a way, or you had doubts, I think, in a sense. I had second thoughts.
Yeah.
Have you ever had second thoughts about something, Emily?
Yeah, definitely. I didn't really have second thoughts about moving to Italy because I kind of did that without considering it too carefully. I just barged ahead. But I've had second thoughts about lots of things. Fabiola says sometimes. Could you give us an example? Probably she's writing in more detail already. When have I had second thoughts? I had second thoughts about staying in Rome during the quarantine. So I decided to stay, and then every day I was like, should I go home? Should I stay here? Paula had second thoughts about changing her job. Yeah, it's a big decision. So it's not surprising that you would have second thoughts. Okay. Number 2 is not a very interesting question. I'm going to ask you number 3 instead, Gabe. Have you ever been 3 sheets to the wind? What happened?
I'm probably regularly 3 sheets to the wind.
I think I can confirm that you are fairly regularly.
I think, yes, as can I you. And I think the point about being 3 sheets to the wind is that you can't really recall what happened as such. So
to the students then, when was the last time that you were 3 sheets to the wind? And also, when was the last time you felt on cloud 9? So you can give us examples of both.
Yeah. Open question. You can answer any one of these 4. Just put the idiom in a sentence.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, that's true. Give it a complete answer, including the idiom again. And we want from everyone. We've got from Paula and Fabiola, but we want also Valeria, Sergio, Ilaria too. Oh, Ilaria's given us one. Can we use second thoughts to express regret? For example, I don't follow my boyfriend before the quarantine, so now we are separate and I'm very upset.
I think second thoughts is you have second thoughts before you've made the change in a way.
Yeah.
Usually that's the case. You have second. So for that example earlier, we had the second thoughts about, I don't know, the bride having second thoughts about marrying her boyfriend or something like that. That was before she. Usually we use second thoughts for hesitation before you make the decision. Hesitation or a kind of momentary doubt of your decision making.
Yeah.
Of your choice, I think. I think regret is something a little bit different.
Yeah. So Ilaria, maybe before you're, I'm laughing at Sergio's example. Maybe before your boyfriend left and you weren't sure, you were hesitating, should I go or stay? At that point, you were having second thoughts. Now you regret your decision. But I understand why it's a crappy situation. And another thing for your question, it's always plural. So we don't say to have a second thought, but to have second thoughts. And same to Sergio. I've had second thoughts about today's lunch. It was very unhealthy.
Okay. Paula says, I haven't been 3 sheets to the wind, skewed a lot of people in that situation when I was in my ambulance. When I was in my ambulance shift.
That makes me embarrassed.
I haven't been I don't know.
I've never been.
I haven't been that 3 sheets to the wind, no.
That's
that's serious, yeah. I'm not even sure, because the idiom is kind of playful in a sense. I don't know if you would even use it for somebody who's that drunk. Do you think you would use?
Yeah, I think you're right. If someone was so drunk that they needed an ambulance, I wouldn't say he's 3 sheets to the wind. I would say he.
Because the point of the idiom is that it's kind of funny or amusing in some way, or evocative of rich language. I think if somebody's in an ambulance, I think it's yeah, but no, totally great example.
Yeah.
Because we always have in life.
I like Ilaria's example. Are you gonna do Fabiola's?
I can do, yeah. So we always, I would probably say for Fabiola's, we would probably say we always have, and then like Emily was saying, second thoughts always stays in the kind of plural. So we don't need the article a here. We always have second thoughts, and then in life, I think is how I would phrase it. We always have second thoughts in life. We don't use the definitive article the with life, just life. So I might rephrase what you said as, yeah, it's general. We always have second thoughts in life. But I totally agree with your sentiment. It's very true. I've never, very infrequently am I so sure about something that I never have second thoughts.
Yeah, we always have doubts. Yeah. After my graduation party, I was 3 sheets to the wind, and I think I danced with all the boys that were in the club where I went with my friends after dinner. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. My sister has 2 left feet for dancing. Fabiola, that's great. You don't need to say for dancing, just my sister has 2 left feet. Oh, we've only got 1 minute. That's okay. Let's go forward because it's all the same expressions. Gabe, what do you do once in a blue moon?
I'm trying to think of something I do infrequently enough that
I'm laughing at Ilaria's next comment.
Because I was drunk. I had 2 left feet. Very embarrassing.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. Once in a blue moon, I will go to a swimming pool.
Yeah.
I don't go very often. I'll go for a swim once in a blue moon. I'll go to a swimming pool. Yeah. I really don't go very often. Once in a blue moon. What do you do once in a blue moon? It's a difficult one, isn't it?
I drink Jägermeister. I drink Jägermeister once in a blue moon because I hate it. But sometimes people buy it for you. I'm thinking, I'm following Maria's examples.
Once in a blue moon, I cook. So you really don't cook very often, Paula. Yeah.
Cool. Fabiola, I'm not sure what you mean when I'm happy. I hope she's not saying she only feels happy once in a blue moon. Maybe,
I know.
Stop, guys, we need to stop. Okay.
Good.
But that was fun. It was nice talking to everyone.
It's really good. Yeah, nice meeting you. We have, when's our next 10 to 13?
Tomorrow
remember?
At 6 p.m.
And once in a blue moon. Okay, so to do something once in a blue moon, just to finish, Fabiola, is to do something very occasionally or very infrequently.
It's a synonym of rarely.
Yeah, and you do something once in a blue moon. It's not a state that you're in. It's almost, you could say, I go to the gym once in a blue moon. I go to the gym very occasionally. You would use it just in place of an adverb of frequency, effectively, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Great. We have another 10 to 13 at 6 p.m. tomorrow, if you guys are down. But lovely to meet you all.
Thanks,
and have a really nice evening.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.